All right, so it's time for another video here, and of course we got to talk about this upside down clown authoritarian world that we're living. Oh my god, could things get any more ridiculous or what? Jesus Christ, this Epstein narrative, eh? Not many months ago they were going to release the client list, and they were going to give us all the information, putting out binders, phase 1, and giving it to their gatekeepers and trying to stall time, I suppose, and now we have the reveal that there is no client Epstein list, there is no blackmail, and of course Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Can you believe it? Oh my god, let's all just go along with the plan, because Trump is shaming people for asking about the inconsistencies in their failed Epstein narrative. I mean, Jesus Christ, and they didn't hesitate to use the fake real-life Truman Show again, did they now? This broadcasting a new set of fake allegations against me, Stephen Bell. As the same things that they have been doing for 17 years straight, they're still trying it on. It was the same in 2019, trying to conflate the Epstein case with the public persecution of me and all their justifications for having this social engineering experiment running. We all know it's completely and utterly untrustworthy what this administration and Western administrations and intelligence obviously say. You cannot believe a word they say, and they get found out every single day. I mean, Jesus Christ. And of course it's a classic operation using AI generated propaganda and psychological operations, and trying to get attention away from their failed Epstein narrative, and nobody's really buying it. I mean, probably people here in Denmark, they love to blame me for everything. I think that's just like a religion for people here, but generally speaking, people don't buy into this program anymore, and people really need to realize that there is a lot of authoritarianism that is being implemented through this global social engineering experiment, normalizing the uses of these methods and technologies and psychological operations. And another part of this authoritarianism that we're able to see, I spoke about in my last video, how people with dual citizenship were being extradited from the US for speaking out against the genocide in Palestine. Well, now the Trump administration and Rubio, the Secretary of State, is going after Francesca Albanese, the most outspoken human rights defender in the UN, and who is unapologetic in her critique about the genocide, like everybody else should be, who are not utterly corrupted, of course. And now she's being sanctioned by the US government for being a freedom defender, freedom rights defender, and trying to stop the genocide. And this is on top of people being extradited or not being able to get visas and whatnot for speaking out against the same genocide. You know, this genocide that is completely and utterly funded with US weapons and armaments. Oh, so they are giving Israel a free pass while persecuting people who are speaking up against it. How long will it be before they have me extradited to the United States for some fantastical crime that they used the program to fabricate some kind of narrative and say that I have done something that suddenly has jurisdiction in the US? This is bound to happen. And this is what I mean. We're living in an authoritarian world where anybody can be persecuted for anything the government, the powers that be so wish. And people should really start waking up to this, to these fundamental facts that we are not living in democracies governed by the rule of law in any way, shape or form. And in tandem with the US hegemony losing its power on a global stage, they are going to become more and more erratic and more desperate, and they're going to lash out against anybody and everybody. And this is the future that we have for us. And we really, as a people, need to say enough is enough on all these fronts that I have been talking about here, and many others too.